In this session, we're going to take a look at the len function. So the first thing I've got is a string here, and we're going to go ahead and print the len of some string. So we hit run, and as expected, we get 6. So we have the 6 characters here. So let's go ahead and try the same thing on one of our instances of this camera class. So if I remove some string, and let's pass in the canon variable. And it doesn't let us. So if you look at the error, it says object of type camera has no len. So what it's basically saying, this is saying that the len function doesn't know how to effectively compute what happens when len is called. So the reason why is because our camera class doesn't have this len dunder method. We can see that here. If I go ahead and do dir of some string, this is looking at all the methods and attributes of this string here. So we hit run again, and we can see right there we have this len dunder method. So what we need to do is implement this inside our camera class, so therefore when the len function is called, it calls len from our class, and then it works. So to do this, I'll just get this out of the way first. All we do is at the same level of our init method, I'm going to do def dunder len, so make sure you do the 2 underscores, pass in self, and then all we're going to do underneath is return, and for now I'm just going to leave this as return 0, just to show that this now does work. If I do print len of, let's do len of canon, a comma, and then do len of Nikon like this. So I'm printing the lengths of both of these instances of the camera class. Okay, we get 0, 0, that's because what we basically said here, when the len function is called, it goes to len, and this is returning 0. But of course, in this case here, we can choose what the length refers to. So for the sake of this, let's suppose for our cameras, I've done brand and lens size. Let's suppose that len refers to lens size. So if I just take this and put that in there, and there we go. So now that means that when the len function is called on an instance, its default behavior now is to say, well, return its lens size, and that's it. But this could be anything. You know, you could do return the len of self.brand. So we get 5 and 5. So what this is doing now, because self.brand is a string, we know the string class has len. So basically this is saying when len is called on the camera, do this. This then calls len function again on the string, which then just returns the length of that string. So I'll just quickly revert it back to this here. This I think will be the simplest implementation. So of course you'd only really ever need to do this if you were looking to implement len in your own classes, but that's all you got to do. Just make sure you do def to the same level as your init, pass in dunder len, and then simply return what you want to return as that item's length. Cheers for watching guys, and see you in the next video.